book of Isaiah, chapter 28. We're going to go verses 9 and 10. It said, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
So that's how you read the Bible. You go precept upon precept, line upon line. No, we represent the Most High. His word was given through the Bible.
I told them it's all heretics. They don't know what they heritage. Ancestors on slave trade, but we ain't African American.
Shalom, shalom. All praises Yahweh, the name of the Most High. Bahashem means by the name. We speak in Hebrew, Paleo Hebrew. Coming back to our original tongue, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. How y'all sisters doing? Good. Holla at us when you get out. So we are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here, Lord willing, week in and week out to wake our people up, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and let y'all know that y'all are the chosen people, that we are, Salakia, the chosen people of the Most High. And, you know, that can be confirmed by scripture, number one, by archaeology, by history, and all the things in between, and prophecy. Prophecies that have been fulfilled of who the Israelites are, what they're going to go through, what we're going to go through in these last days and times, and line it all up with the scriptures, and line the scriptures up with history. Those things you cannot refute. Also, we need to know in these last days what the Most High requires of us as Israelites, his chosen people, who were given the law and all of those things above. Also, we need to know who our damn enemy is and why that is important. Why is it not important? Everybody always want to act like this is everything is all peachy and dory. Hey brother, how you doing, brother? Hey brother, excuse me, brother, you don't hear me talking to you with the hat on? Hey brother, you look like you're an Israelite. I don't know why you acting fearful. Gird up your loins when you hear a man talking to you and respond, brother.
That's right.
What's wrong with our people? Anyway, we're going to bring out these scriptures. Let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 6, please, Kings. To see who, you know, there's this doctrine out here that everybody thinks that everybody is equal. Now, we damn sure know, especially here in America, everybody ain't equal. Everybody does not have equal opportunities. You got to think that this is a land that was established on rape, rob, and murder.
That's right.
That was established on our forefathers and our foremothers being brought over here in captivity. So how can everybody be equal on any level? Kind. So let's bring out Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Who got that? You got that, King?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So there you have it. Now, biblically speaking, everybody is not equal. We just heard that the Lord thy God being our God, the Israelites, chose us to be above all people that are upon the face of the earth. How
That's
you doing,
right.
King? You know your nationality according to the Bible? All right, I'm not a sir, I'm a king, and you are a king too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not owned by the British. I'm not owned by the queen. She ain't come to me and make me a knight, a damn knight. I ain't no sir, you ain't no sir. That's some old westernized bull stuff, you feel me? We are Israelites of the Bible. Everything is according to your nationality. Let me get that number, 1 and, what is that, 16? 18. 1 and 18, Salaki. So, you believe in the Bible? Yeah, you say, yeah. What don't you, but what is the hesitation? Step over here, away from them damn Moabs. What's the hesitation? Nothing. Have you been actively in your word? Is that probably where the hesitation come? Okay, all right, con. You know what I'm saying? So according to the Bible, you know there's 18 nations that was created by the Most High. All the nations here today, they ain't like the damn dinosaurs. Ain't none of the nations extinct. Everybody who was there in the beginning, they still here now. We know biblically speaking, it was 12 tribes. Those same 12 tribes, They still here today.
That's right.
So we got to line up prophecy to understand in these current times, who are we? What would you consider yourself, your nationality? Black? Is black a nationality or is it a damn color? Both? Let me ask you this. Where, you know Spirit Airline, right? Can you get on Spirit Airline and book a ticket to the land of black? Because it ain't no damn nation, brother. It's a color. Do you believe that you're a so-called African American? But is that a term that in these modern day times people would classify you as? When I say people, the masses, and even some people in your own family. You know, your mamas, your daddies, our grannies. This a term that was put upon us. A byword. Somebody let me get Deuteronomy 28 that we made a byword as well. And so, true indeed, want that number. So King gonna bring this out, and then we gonna exegete why this is important in terms of who you are and who you aren't. All right.
The book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18, and it reads, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers."
Now, do you understand what that means, King? All right, what's a pedigree? Yeah, like your bloodline. Like if you fighting pit bulls, you want that pit bull with the damn best pedigree. You done took the red nose and deal with the blue nose and to hide the bloodline, right? You want that dog with the papers on it, right? That solidify his bloodline. So likewise, but totally above, you know what I'm saying? Not equal in that analogy, but saying we have a bloodline too. And in order to declare your bloodline, it's from the line of your fathers. Because your father has the seed. The seed is put into the woman, right? So the bloodline, if you plant an apple seed anywhere in the world, is going to grow what? An apple tree. If you plant it in China, Asia, Africa, it don't matter. It's going to grow the apple tree, right? So you are, Salaki. So you are who your father is, okay? So is your father a so-called black man, Latino, or Native American? Black, so-called black man? Then you will be an Israelite. So you know in the Bible, when God told Pharaoh, everybody know when God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and tell him, let my people go, right? It was a certain people that he was saying, let go. He ain't go to Pharaoh, Moses ain't go to Pharaoh and say, hey, let everybody go. He said, let my people go, right? Because the Most High has a chosen people. Let me get that Deuteronomy 7:6 again, because his brother ain't here. So the thing about it is that if you were so-called black, Latino, or Native American, you will be called an Israelite according to the Bible. God's chosen people. Now that's one thing to know. Now that you know you his chosen people, is something that he requires of you. Have you ever heard of the commandments? All right, how many commandments you think there are? It's Khan, that's the spirit. It's 613 commandments. Like today, you know what today is? Today is the Sabbath. You ever heard of that? The Sabbath is a holy day that was set apart for God's people where we supposed to rest. We ain't supposed to be doing no buying, no selling, none of that until after the sun goes down. That's a commandment. But that was a part of the 10 Commandments. You follow what I'm saying?
Bring it up.
You ever heard of what you think about homosexuality? It's going off, right? That's not natural, right? But was that in the 10 Commandments? Don't be gay? It wasn't. But that's a commandment. That thou should not lay with mankind as thou lie with womankind. And a woman should not lie with womankind as she lies with mankind. So it's commandments that was given to his chosen people. So as an Israelite, you got to keep the commandments, brother. You celebrate these holidays. You celebrate Thanksgiving, Halloween, and all of that. Come on, that's the Spirit then moving. Because that's not our heritage, brother. That's the heritage of these damn heathen out here. You know, they worshiping the Easter, the goddess of fertility, Estar. They all up in the churches. Now we are the church, the body of Christ, the ecclesia. Not in them damn buildings that they got all around all these corners. Them really groves and temples, not to the Most High with a cross on it. And the cross don't represent the Most High. That's a graven image. So when you look on that paper, you'll see right there that Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, he only coming back for his people, who are the Israelites, the 12 tribes, who you be one of. So I'm going to quiz you on one thing right quick. What's your nationality, brother? According to the Bible, I'm going to give you a multiple choice. Are you black, Are you African American or are you an Israelite according to the Bible? Say it proud. So you a what? You're an Israelite, all praise.
That's right.
And as an Israelite, what does God require of you? A, get out here, turn up, smoke weed. B, look at all these booties that go by like you was just doing when she rolled by in the tight pants. Or C, man, keep the law, statutes, and commandments and get back to your heritage. C, all praises.
All praise.
All
One
praise.
Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala. See, we got to wake up, man. And the only way that we going to wake up is by getting out here on these highways and on these byways and bidding that marriage. Crying out, somebody let me get that Isaiah. That cry aloud, spare not. We got to cry aloud. That means that we got to be out here with our voice elevated. That's why we on this loudspeaker. You got to think how Yahweh Shah Salakia, who the world called Jesus Christ, was doing. Man, he ain't had no damn microphone. He ain't had no damn speaker system. He was out here girded up in his spirit, crying aloud with his voice like a trumpet, sparing not. How you kings doing? Y'all believe in the Bible? All right, you know your nationality out the Bible, king? All right, give us 1 second. Let me, huh? Hey, I'm in a rush too to tell you, so we both in a rush, so give me 1 second. Y'all ever heard of the Israelites? You remember when Moses told Pharaoh, let his people go? You know that story, right? All right, well, look it up. You will be an Israelite according to the Bible, God's chosen people. We got to get back to keeping these commandments, brother, or else we're going to continue to be destroyed in the land of our oppressors. Look it up, brother. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible? Holler at us when y'all get out. We got to, hey, man, we got to get back to keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Who is holding that? Bring it out, King.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Now, why didn't it say, cry aloud, spare not, and show the whole world their transgressions? Why didn't it say, cry aloud, spare not, and show everybody their sins? It says, show who their transgressions?
My people their transgression, the house of Jacob their sins.
That's because the Most High is only dealing with his people, the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We're the Israelites. He's not dealing with these other nations. He never has, he never will, and he never, ever intended on doing it. Only thing these other nations gonna do is get their judgment. Matter of fact, let's bring out what I was holding. Let's bring out Salaki. Let me get Micah 2:1. Somebody else give me Jeremiah 30:16. All right, bring it out. Only thing these other nations gonna do is get their judgment. Just how we got our judgment. We got our judgment. Our forefathers and foremothers was going off. They was going off. Our ancestors was going off. They weren't keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And we get punished for it today. You hear all these other nations say, well, why we got to pay for what our forefathers did? That wasn't us. We didn't do that. Well, damn, we weren't on no damn slave ship either, personally. Why we still got to pay for what our forefathers did? But y'all ain't got to pay for what y'all forefathers did to our forefathers that got us in this condition that we in today. Bring that out, King.
The book of Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Now that's the judgment of these other nations. Everybody who devoured us, all these nations who put us in slavery, in captivity, all the nations, not just the so-called white man, the so-called Africans, the so-called Chinese, the so-called Arab man, they all got to go into captivity. How you doing, brother? How you like captivity? Don't feel good? You know your nationality? All right, when you come out, let us edify you on some things, King. God. So
Preach, Doc.
all these other nations, they got who devoured us, who killed us, who raped, robbed, and pillaged us, who took our forefathers' land through force, through oppression. Everybody who devoured us, who's still devouring us. We get gunned down in the streets. We got the worst educational system. They devouring us mentally, physically, spiritually. They changing our laws. They done changed the times. They got all these wicked holidays, which nobody celebrate with Salakia. Our people as a whole forgot our heritage. We done discontinued from our heritage. And we not keeping none of the laws. We being devoured. All of those nations, that's how the Most High is dealing with these other nations. Everybody who devoured us is being devoured. Everybody who spoiled us. Now, when we talk about spoil, can't be simple. It ain't like when you go and you spoil your daughter and you go buy her everything. No, man. But we do know a gift destroy the heart. See, everybody who's oppressed us. It's kind of like spoiled milk. With some spoiled, that ain't good. Everybody who's done that to us as a nation is going to come back onto them. What you holding, King? What you holding, King? Go ahead, bring that out, King.
It's the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise in iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is the power of their hand.
Come, woe unto them that practice iniquity. Come, bring that out again, King. Bring that out again. Now this is going to describe these other nations. From morning to night, they practice iniquity. That's their power. They power in their kingdom. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Who rules the earth? All these other nations, especially chiefly the so-called white man, the Edomites. They empowered. They didn't raise themselves up and spread their branches out like a Green Bay tree.
That's right.
They pushing iniquity to the land. They didn't change the laws. They make everything that's profane profitable. How you gonna take profanation and make it into profitability? Everything that's contrary to God's law, what do? They edify it. They exalt it in their high places, in their chief places of concourse, in their educational systems, in their court systems, in their government facilities. They elevate it. They push it. Everything. What's your nationality? Is your father a so-called black man? Is your father a so-called black man? Well, I'm not talking about the skin color, but saying in terms of an African, who you would call an African American. Yeah, your father's a so-called African American. No, we not Americans, brother. America is a misnomer. Your nationality, according to the Bible, will be an Israelite. God chosen people. Man, get out here with that damn cigarette, brother. Killing yourself, King. You a king, and you killing yourself, man. Oh, hey, you know what? I got something for you. Look, let me see this. Let me see this. You don't need that shit, man. Be mad at me because I love you. Do something about it. Keep a commandment. And every time I see you with a cigarette, I'm going to take it out your mouth. If you that mad, hurt me. Shalom. Hey, King, you an Israelite. You got to repent. You got to get back to keeping these commandments, and you got to teach them to your kids, your children, your wife, and your family, brother.
That's right.
That's what the Most High require of you, King.
Come.
We got to be vigilant, man. We got to stop being soft as a nation, as a people. We got to stop accepting anything from our brothers and our sisters, too.
Gird up your loins.
You know what I'm saying? Sisters out here, ass all out, breast all out. You know what I'm saying? Wonder why us as a nation, why there's so much, what's that called? Fornication. Why there's so much lust. Man, look at the state and condition that we in as a people. And what they say, if you come on through, brother. But in order to come through, what's your nationality? You're all praises, King. All praises. All praises. Shema Mashiach Yahushua. We gotta stand. If you, what is that thing? That earthly proverb. They say, if you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything. We gotta stop falling for anything. Chiefly all these trick knowledge, all these trickery, all these lies that these other nations have put out here about us. We so quick to defend our oppressors, but when are we gonna defend our own people? When are we going to wake up out of our sleep and defend our heritage? When are we going to do that? When are we going to stop having our eye evil towards our brother? When are we going to stop being at the bottom? The first hired, the first Salakia fired, the last hired. When are we going to be in rulership and ownership? I'm going to tell you when we get back to keeping the laws, the statutes, and the commandments that was given to us. Somebody, let me get Lamentations 5 and 7. Lamentations 5 and 7. How you doing? You believe in the Bible? You don't? What's your nationality? What's your nationality? Yeah, you. Who are Italian? Your father or your mother? Your father. So that means that you're not really Indian, you are Italian, which would be an Edomite, not God's chosen people.
That's right.
Let me tell you your judgment while you're sitting there. Somebody, let me get that. Khan. You already know that 13 and 9. Khan. Because see, everybody wants to say, "Hey, we all equal." Everybody want to say karma. What they say? Karma's a bitch. But then when it comes to karma on a level in terms of on being repaid for what their forefathers done, let me get that Lamentations 5 and 7. You got it, King? Bring it out.
Book of Lamentations 5, verse 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities.
Our fathers, our forefathers, they sinned, and they are not, which means they are not here no more. And we have borne their iniquities. Right? Finish bringing that out, King.
Servants have ruled over us. There is none that does deliver us out of their hand.
Servants have ruled over us. Servants, these heathens. These people, let me get that second Ezra 5 and 64. These heathen, these servants, there's more on that I want you to bring out, King. These heathen, these servants have ruled over us. There's none to deliver us. When is somebody going to come and deliver us? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans from oppression. Who has come to deliver us? Who? Where are they? Nobody has come to deliver us, and ain't nobody coming to deliver us until Yahweh Shai come back, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who said that he's coming back for his people. Bring the rest of that out, King.
Verse 9. We get our bread with the peril of our lives because of the sword of the wilderness. Our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine.
Our skin was what like an oven?
Black like an oven.
You sure that don't say our skin was white like an oven?
Black like an oven.
Our skin was black like an oven. We had to bear the iniquities and the transgressions of our forefathers. They went off sinning. We had to pay for that. We still paying for that today. So what make you think these other nations shouldn't have to pay for what their forefathers and foremothers done that they still doing today? They still in control of the land that they stole from our ancestors today. They still in control. They still set up governments on this land today. Their forefathers, their ancestors, their grandchildren, great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren, they still reaping the benefits of the actions of their forefathers. So they should have to pay. Just like they reaping the benefits, they got to reap the repercussions. The water, King. They got to reap the repercussions. Bring that out, King. Now, as we just heard that King brought out, he said these servants who was below us is now above us. Let's find out who these servants are. Bring it out, King.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 6, starting at 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all.
Now that's saying, hey, Adam, everybody know the story of Adam and Eve. Every nation comes as the progenitor, not of that specific nation, but of all people is Adam. Of Adam, we all come. All nations who are in the flesh came from Adam.
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
So even out of all the nations that came from Adam, even the people came from Adam who the Most High has chosen, because he has a chosen people.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sakes.
Of all the nations that was created, the Most High Yahweh made the world for our sake.
That's right.
The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Israelites. Everything was made for our sakes. Everything. This is where it gets interesting. Let's find out about these servants.
As for the other people, which also come of Adam,
As for all these other nations who aren't the chosen people, who also come from Adam,
thou hast said that they are nothing.
hold on. You sure that's in the Bible? They said what?
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
Hold on, run that back. They said what?
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
All these other nations are nothing. Are nothing. Said all these other nations who are not the chosen people are nothing. And what?
But be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel.
So all these other nations are like nothing, like spittle, like a little spit that falling from the mouth,
That's right.
like a little bit of drool.
God.
They're nothing, nothing. Now that's not my words. That's not nobody's words up here. That's thus said the Lord.
That's
Now
right.
you also wonder why they put that hold that up. Now also why the Apocrypha was taken out of the original King James Bible, the 1611, because they say it wasn't canon. It wasn't canonized. It wasn't inspirational enough. How you doing, sister? You believe in the Bible, sister? You know your nationality out the Bible? What is it, sister? You an Israelite, sister. You know that? All right, we'll get back to keeping the commandments, sister, all right? And teach it to your son. Okay, shalom, sister. Shalom. Go ahead, bring it up. Yes, it is 1611. See, the Apocrypha was in the 1611. What's going on, King? Yeah, but I'm coming to talk to you, brother. Huh? Drunk off these other doctrines. You right, you are, King. You know your nationality? You a coon. You cool, that ain't no nationality. You believe in the Bible? What you believe in? What's just regular? Uh-huh. It's a lot to believe in, King. You surely did just get here by yourself. You didn't just magically just appear like somebody rubbed a damn genie or something, right? Through your parents, right? And through your parents. And your parents come from a nation, right? They got to, because you in a human body. Everybody got a nationality. I mean, you can't refute that, right? So, biblically speaking, you follow what I'm saying? Because we trace our nationality out of the Bible. It's 18 nations that was created. The Most High only created one chosen people, one chosen nation. And that's the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But we've been lied to. They done told us that they was the chosen people. Man, just 1 second. Just 1 second for him. Just 1 second. Come on, let the brother get the word 1 second. Come on. Hey, well then you should know your nationality. You should know your nationality if you see us every Saturday, King. Gotta make sense of it, King. Now give him a flyer. Get a brother a flyer. Brother a flyer. Brother here is every week. Now he gotta know his nationality. What's going on? You know your nationality, King? You know your nationality, sister? You know your nationality, sister? Hey, brother, you would be an Israelite, brother. What about you, brother? I know you know your nationality. Oh, man, where you been at, man? Man, no, you ain't going nowhere, man. Hey, this brother been missing. We've been trying to call the brother. Yeah, man, what's going on, brother? Man, this your family, man. Oh, hey, but I mean, man, connect. Connect, man. Lord willing, about 6:30 to on. Uh-huh.
Man,
Yeah, man. Man, all praises.
Where you been at,
Hey, somebody get X new number, man.
Get this new number, man.
Man, hey, you see Israel, hey, this one of the brothers, one of the beloved brothers. We've been looking for him. We've been looking for, oh, yeah, back on the page. Oh, praise. Hey, well, we will beep you. We will beep you. We will page you. Man, all praises, man. All praises. How you doing, brother? You, King, right there. You all right? You know your nationality, King? We see you got your beard. You already keeping some commandments. You know you Israel? Uh-huh.
See that's you, Vic. Come out here, holler at us real quick, Vic.
Yeah, come holler at us, Vic. Come holler at us, Vic. So you know you Israel, Vic. Because you know Israelite lives matter because black is just a color. And you know that's really a LBGT movement created by George Soros. You know that? You know your nationality though, King? What's your nationality, King? I know, but where did it come from though? Well, kind of right, but that's not your nationality because Africa is not even called Africa. It's called the land of Ham. General Leo Scipio Africanus, a Roman, conquered Africa during the Punic Wars and named it after him.
That's right.
But biblically speaking, if your father is so-called black, Latino, or Native American, you be an Israelite, King. God's chosen people. The special people. No, it ain't no opinion. It's fact. I'm not going off I'm going off fact. Not just biblically. Well, it's some facts and there's a lot of lies out here. Like it's people over right now in Jerusalem who saying that they the Jews, but they telling you they Jewish. Like if I say you childish, Vic, you ain't. I'm not saying you're a child. I'm saying you acting like a child, right? You feel me? Come. Well, come back home, King. Come back home, King. Hey, well, even better. I'm watering the seed that somebody already planted through the Most High, Vic. So come back home. But King, that doesn't even make sense.
It don't make sense, but somebody will tell you what you saying don't make sense.
Yeah, but it make more sense to say. Put it this way: how can you believe in everything when everything has a contradiction? Okay, Salaki. Uh-huh.
To everything. Like I'm gonna listen to what you're saying.
Con.
I'm gonna listen to the next person what they saying.
Con.
I'm not gonna say, oh, you wrong. It's like somebody walk up and tell you wrong for what you're talking.
Con. But if they say I'm wrong for what I'm talking, guess what I'm gonna say? Prove all things. I'm gonna prove. Yeah, I'm gonna prove that the slavery happened.
Everybody knows slavery.
Okay, so let's deal decently order. So you know slavery happened. Did our people get over here on slave ships? Now, we do know that some of them were still here, but the majority, the so-called African Americans, did we come over here on slave ship, our ancestors?
Like I said, if you open-minded and believe that all continents was connected. So everybody was with everybody.
But not during the slave.
Started everything.
God,
Black mother, you can't
without the father. Without the man though first. Because the man first because combo,
everything comes from her.
No, everything.
Black, white, green.
But peep this, King, though. Everything come through the man because the woman can't make her own seed, right? That's the fact. You gotta have that seed to put inside of that womb to make that child.
Everybody originated
From the black man. Let me ask you this: how can you originate first from a woman if a woman has to come from a seed? But I can tell you because biblically speaking, and not just bake off. I knew you was gonna say that. Look, I knew you know. No, that's a good statement. But look, that's why we only deal with the original translation, the 1611 King James, because there are a lot of falsehood. You got the New International Version, you got this and you got that, but we go back to the original. And then you could probably say, well, that's just a book. It was written in a book. Well, let me ask. We are too. We're not religious. We spiritual. And the spirit bears witness to the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got to study to show thyself approved. I never saw that version.
Read the old Bible. Don't let
Uh-huh.
what do you say? Like the left hand know what you're doing.
That ain't got nothing to do with fucking everybody you want to.
Basically what it is. Read into it.
Nah.
These people,
Uh-huh.
everybody got their own opinion.
No, but there's no private interpretation of the
telling me
word.
no, though.
Because this is why we got to go precept.
No, you telling me
I'm gonna tell you why, because I'm not going on opinion. See, that's where we differ. I'm not going on opinion.
A lot of people out here that read
But
you can't tell nobody how to read the Bible.
you can't. The Bible bring that out. But the Bible tell you how to read the Bible. Though. You see what I'm saying? Who wrote every book? Man of God who is inspired. Man of God who is. But that's the thing is though. Inspired by the Most High, like you just said, you spiritual. So God bear witness with the Spirit.
How you know that's God?
How you know what God?
How you know that's not?
Because the word Allah, I'm gonna tell you. Well, let me answer one question, because you're asking a lot of questions. So, no, but this is how, because the word Allah just means power. That's actually a Hebrew word. The Quran was written 300 years after the Bible, so we represent our nationality, the Israelites, the chosen people of God. You follow what I'm saying? The blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Oh, we love to debate too. Con. Hey, we'll see where my spirit at. That's because you got to get out the churches, because we are the church. But we agreeing with you. We ain't into no damn church. Graven images. Hold on, take this flyer. Take this flyer. Somebody get a brother a flyer.
And we got to bring out what you thought.
Go ahead, bring this out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28. We're going to go verses 9 and 10. It said, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept. Precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
So that's how you read the Bible. You go precept upon precept, line upon line. No, we represent the Most High. His word was given through the Bible. Come. Come.
I wouldn't even question you.
Come.
Question you if I wanted to fact check.
True indeed.
Like I've been in church, I had to read the book, get my ass whooped because I couldn't read the book.
Come. True indeed. And the church is destroyed, man. The church ain't teaching the law. The church ain't teaching the word. Come.
Everybody got their own belief.
Come.
Everybody got their own belief and everything. Like, if I wasn't right for talking to you and checking you on what you're talking about, and you checking it back.
Come. It say try the spirit. Try the spirit. He gonna bring this out before you leave. Go ahead, King.
It's the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Now, like we were saying, in the transatlantic slave trade had been prophesied already in the Bible that was going to happen.
I've been there, done it, all this. Like, you got some people that still will sit up here and shit on what y'all talking about.
Come, but look.
But I believe, like I told you,
let me get that
Thessalonians. Everything. I'm open-minded. I'm not about to do
that's kind of shalaky. That's kind of broad. You got to kind of get. You can't say you should believe in some of everything, because I know you don't believe in pedophilia. Well, then just don't make it that broad. You can't believe in some of everything because you got the Mormons that believe that you. Hold on, King. Let me say something real quick. We heard you. You can't just say you believe in everything, because there's a lot of religions that just don't care about your people. The Mormons and a lot of people that think being you it ain't good. You below.
Read to the Bible, Old Testament, all that. Like that's not really for none of us.
No, that's wrong. You have to
give us an example.
Give us an example. What's in the Old Testament that's not? But then I'm glad you said that, because I heard you say something. You said you've been through all this, and you saying because of under Christianity doctrine, So you ain't been through this. You've been through a Christianity lens of reading the Bible through a Christianity doctrine. And that's not us.
I'm not about to argue with y'all.
It ain't about arguing. You just said you love debate. Now you're saying you ain't about to argue. Now let's debate. We going up. But I just wanted to clear it up because you saying, you know, we talking. So what's our nationality? Hold on. What's our nationality? You just said you know. We talk. Y'all see what's going on? You just said you know what.
I didn't tell you that. I know our nationality.
No, but you said you know what we talking about.
I believe in some of everything.
I know, but you said you know what we're talking about. I just want to deal decently in order. I want to clear up some of the things you're saying, King.
I just said I believe in some of everything.
Okay, but then you also said you know what we're talking about.
I know what y'all talking about, the Bible bullshit and all that.
See the Bible bull, and so you know.
Whatever, like,
So did you know that this Bible tells you that you're the chosen people of God?
that's what they say.
And that's bullshit.
Shit, we ain't got chose yet.
We've been chose. That's the whole point. You said you know what we talking about. We up here. This is what we're talking about. Let's clear it up. Just for edification. You said you know what we're talking about. We're talking about that we are the true Israelites out of this book, the chosen people of God. That's our nationality. God is only coming back for us. What Christian church you hear say that? So you don't know. That's why we gotta quit just coming up and saying, "I already heard everything. I've been there, done that. I done got beat to read Bibles." But we just proved you didn't.
How you prove it?
Because you said you don't know our nationality. If you knew what we was talking about, you knew everything about us, you would have said, y'all Israelites. You would have said that. No, that's what I'm saying. Now you're saying that because I cleared it up. But then when I asked you, what are we talking about, you...
I just came up talking to y'all. Like, I wasn't really trying to debate and all that.
But you love to debate. Come on, man. We got to make it make sense. Okay, God. God, there you go.
Hey, I'm buzzing like, wait, but on some real shit, like,
God.
I never really talk to nobody like how y'all talking about.
All praises.
Everybody be like, just on some bullshit.
God.
Like, I've been to church all that.
And that's what we...
Like,
And we
like, the worst shit, he know me.
God.
God. Like, he know me.
God.
Like I said, from what I see from the Bible and all that shit, it's some bullshit.
Through the Christianity lens, and we agree with that. But that's what we're trying to tell you. We're trying to embrace you. Stuff you're saying, we agree with. We don't go to no churches. We are the church. We don't believe in nothing. We don't believe in nothing that Christianity doctrine taught us, King. We with you on that. We've been everybody up here been raised in the church, right? Do we believe anything that the pastors taught us? Exactly. So we with you. Yeah, but we understand it now. We didn't understand it because guess what? It was BS. They never even really taught the Old Testament in church. Well, they ain't teach it right. They ain't teach it right, King.
Don't lose that, big man.
Yeah, God.
Fact check us and inbox me, man. And
God.
give me your opinion, man.
God. And Lord willing, we up here every Saturday.
Basically, what they told us, you had it, you had it.
No, see, but like I said, they taught it all wrong. Everything is coming from the white man when you go into them churches, King. It's coming from the so-called white man.
I ain't been to church since.
Yeah, God, but that...
You too. He already done.
God. God.
That was a long time ago.
God.
On everything.
All praises. All praises to the Most High for that. Because we don't go to them. God. According to the Bible, you the Israelite. No, for sure. Okay, all praises. All praises.
I swear to God, y'all.
All praises. Something to definitely look into. You the chosen people out of that book. That book is only for you and your people, which is us. The Israelites, though. You know what I'm saying?
So it's only so much arguing we do.
Huh?
Until we walk the eyes to
Yeah, God. All praises.
Hey, you ain't saying no cuss words. There's a difference between curse and swear and
My
profane.
mama told me that, like,
God, you ain't saying no cuss words. A
God.
curse is not, is what's on us in Deuteronomy 28. We be sold to our enemies.
You on the news and shit before, like,
God.
God.
holla at you.
All praises, King. All praises.
Me and him got into it before about this.
Okay, all praises. All praises.
It wasn't about this. It was about the white man Christian shit.
Exactly.
You had the Bible.
Exactly.
About to fight.
Exactly.
Because he was using that shit. Right? That's my dude, though. Everything we've been through.
God, all praises.
All right.
All praises,
All right,
King.
Dick.
Shalom. Make sure you do your research.
Got a number on there?
You got an email right there on the back.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, then a YouTube channel with videos and content, and then inbox the brother. He can give you the number, and we can get on calls.
Surely oppression make a wise man mad. We angry.
Hold on.
A lot of women say that. Like,
But this is the thing about the women, though.
Angry. Look at our history.
I know that.
Can-
So why not be angry?
But that's why we angry.
A lot of women say that. Like,
But the women is women. They not
They're
man.
weaker
They the weaker vessel.
they don't understand. Like,
They the
y'all
weaker
might have to
vessel.
start coming at them with different, like not like. We don't yell at women.
Yeah, we don't.
That's how they make it seem.
But that's another thing too that we got taught in church. Like you said, that was wrong. The Bible tells you it's not for everybody. We got plenty of women, mighty women in this truth. Yeah, it's mighty. Everybody up here white is mighty in this truth.
When y'all meet them, like the black people that really think they Jews, like they the angriest black people, they think y'all the angriest black people out there. On everything I love, like.
Because we wise. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad. Yeah, this ain't for everybody. But you got to think about even in the Bible days. That's why you think all the prophets died a horrible death. Why you think they killed who the world only called Jesus Christ? You know what I'm saying? We got to look at that. Because they were speaking this truth, yeah.
Black people don't get along.
But that's part of the curses, don't it, King?
Hey, that's a part of the curses. Bring that curse out just right quick.
What you got on, I want to be looking better than you.
And then this is the thing too, though. To put it about this way. Now they say that we yelling and this, but they go to the damn church with a pastor. Yeah, I'll tell you. But we yelling. You see what I'm saying? And you got to think, was who the world? Yahweh
That's what I be saying. That's why I said I'm open-minded. Because I see all that. But like I see when they be talking about y'all so angry and all that, like, but y'all don't see what they got going on. What they talking about.
We're going to bring this out. We're going to bring this out because one thing you said, King, you said that our eyes is evil towards our brothers. Now that's a curse. Now, bring it out, King.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Now, who know for black on black crime? You follow what I'm saying? That's how you don't see like we say somebody in Ottawa Hills beefing with somebody in Stone Oak because they Benz or they.
If I walk in a room with a big black man, these motherfuckers ain't about to say shit. You white man, big white man, I'm me. They ain't about to say shit. But I now walk in with Vito, they gonna test us. Who is easy?
True indeed.
Like I said, but if I'm walking with a white man, you're not about to say shit.
True indeed.
You gonna go kill all these black brothers.
True indeed.
Together, but you with me, they ain't about to say shit.
True
to
indeed.
Us. We can walk through this bitch. You the white man in the suit.
True indeed.
We can walk through this bitch all day, kick you motherfuckers over and everything.
And that's them curses of Deuteronomy 28. We know that all this been prophesied, and biblically we can see the answer to it. But guess what? But guess how we get out of that? The solution. Man, by get back to our heritage, keeping our laws, statutes, and commandments. And we do know, but look, everybody ain't lost. So we can't kind of just do a blanket statement, because we used to be on some folly too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like like you said, you know this brother. You know what he used to be on. You follow up, so we can't just kind of see as a people. Another thing we got to do is we got to start girding up our loins, and we got to start just not accepting anything from anybody. You follow what I'm saying? I got to hold you accountable. I got to hold you accountable. You got to hold me accountable. We got to hold each other accountable.
That's right.
Because if we don't, guess what? Man, we going to keep in a position, in a predicament that we've been in. That's why we got to wake up and know, first of all, who we are. We ain't no damn black man, because that's a color. That's not a nationality.
Like 1,000 more people like you in Toledo.
Hey, we waking up. We waking up though. But look, in order for it to be 1,000, it first got to be one. You can't jump from 0 to 1,000 without. So that's why we out here. You follow what I'm saying? Like you. That's why. Hey, you came. We went out here today. We couldn't have had this conversation. Come on. And you know. And you know what made me really get at you? I saw your beard. That's the commandment. You feel me? So I'm like, my spirit bear witness with that. I'm like, everything is spiritual. Because you're not supposed to. That's your glory. Have you ever seen a bald-headed male lion? Come. Come. You are. You are. Well, when you come back out, brother, we be here.
I'll be right back.
All right, we be here. And with that, I'm going to pass it to the next powerful speaker.
I told them it's all heritage. They don't know what they heritage. Ancestors on slave trade, but we ain't African American.